Welcome drummers, my name is Jason Leach from DayOne Drummer, and today I'm excited to share with you this awesome lesson on inverted double strokes. In this lesson today we will learn what inverted double strokes are, and then we'll learn an easy movement down our toms. After you get that down, we will try a groove with inverted double strokes, and finally we will put the two together and transition from our groove into our tom movement and back to our groove. So many of you probably already know what double strokes are, but you're probably curious, what is an inverted double stroke? Well, to invert a double stroke, we simply take one single stroke and we place it in front of our doubles. So if our normal double stroke sticking is right, right, left, left, right, right, left, left, to invert those, we simply put one single stroke and follow through with those doubles. Right, left, left, right, right, left, left, right, right, left, left, right. Let's hear what double strokes and inverted double strokes sound like against a pulse. Now that you know what inverted double strokes are and you can hear how the emphasis is shifted to the offbeat with a pulse, let's practice playing those between our small tom and our snare drum. We'll start by just placing our right hand on the small tom and we'll leave our left hand on the snare drum. If you would like to follow along with me, there is a link to the PDF below in the description. Let's try our inverted double strokes between the small tom and snare drum very slowly. Here we go. Perfect. Now I would suggest just taking a little bit of time and getting used to what that feels like, and possibly either keep a pulse with your hi-hat or set a metronome so you can hear how that lands within the beat. So once you get that down, it's pretty easy to start maneuvering those down to drums. To do this, we're simply going to keep our hands split and we're going to play that first single stroke and double stroke on the small tom. Then we'll switch over to our mid tom and play the next double stroke, and finally we'll finish out with our double stroke and last single stroke on the floor tom. Let's practice maneuvering down our toms very slowly. Here we go. One more time. Excellent. Not too hard. Take your time with that, and when you're ready, you can try to speed up a little bit. Here's what that would sound like. Once you're comfortable moving that right hand down the toms and you feel pretty good, you'll be ready to try your first groove application using inverted double strokes. To play this inverted double stroke groove, we're going to put our right hand on our hi-hat and leave our left hand on our snare drum. Let's hear what it would sound like to play inverted double stroke split between these two instruments. Here we go. Now to turn this into a halftime groove, we are going to have to add a backbeat in on the snare. And to do that, what we will do is we will play on our hi-hat and snare 1 E and 2 E and ending with our right hand, and then we'll bring our snare in for a loud hit. Here's what that will sound like, and that snare is on the count of 3. Here we go. Once that's comfortable, we have the rest of beat 3 and beat 4 that we can fill out with just some easy eighth notes on the hi-hat. Here's what that would sound like. Awesome. Now, one last element. We need to add a bass drum in to really give this a nice groove. When practicing this, try to keep those left hands low on the snare drum or ghosted and bring out that snare drum so you have some definition for your groove. So for bass drum placement, what I will do, I'm going to place a bass drum on the very first hi-hat hit, which is the first single, and on the last hi-hat hit of the inverted double stroke, which is our last single. So it will be like this. Now, if you need that preliminary step where you just do that for a little bit, that's okay. Take your time and build up into the whole groove. Here's what the whole thing sounds like with the bass drum, the backbeat, all put together. Here we go. Now, at a slow tempo like that, it gives you the time to think and really focus on what's happening. But you'll really hear the potential of these inverted double strokes as a groove when that tempo is brought up a little bit. Let's hear what it sounds like. I hope you're sticking with me and you're enjoying this lesson. I have one more thing to show you, and this is kind of bringing it all together. So the movement you learn going down the drums and your groove are all made up of those inverted double strokes. So that means it's very easy to transition from a groove playing inverted double strokes and do a drum fill because you're keeping the same pattern. So what we're going to do now is we're going to play our groove slowly for one bar, and then we're going to transition into our inverted double strokes down our toms. There is one little catch. When you get to the end of your inverted double strokes down at the end of the toms, and you would normally end with a right hand, you would have to quick come back with a right hand and get into your groove. So it would be quite awkward. So what we're going to do, and you'll see this on your PDF, we are going to replace that last hit on our floor tom with a bass drum, giving us the time we need to get back over here. Let's hear what it sounds like to play one bar of the inverted double stroke groove into the inverted double stroke tom movement. Here we go. My main suggestion with this lesson is just take your time. Get used to these inverted double strokes. Play them on your toms with the easy movement I gave you. They'll help you keep time, and then try it as the groove. Now, when you're comfortable, take everything I show you and create your own thing. Move these inverted double strokes anywhere you want on a kit. Place them within other grooves you know. It'll add a lot of spice to your playing, and I think you'll have a lot of fun with them. I hope you enjoyed this lesson, found it helpful. Be sure to download that PDF so you can save the lesson and practice it when you'd like. I'm Jason from DayOne Drummer, and I will see you in the next lesson.